Good afternoon. Today I would like to show you or talk to you a little bit about modifying the public profile. If you don't know what the public profile is, on your computer there are things called profiles. It is the collection of the desktop and environmental configurations that are used by specific users. So it's pretty much what you see on the desktop and things you cannot see, your settings, that are available to whoever is logging in. If you're using the public profile specifically, everybody's going to have the same access. If you have a specific other profile, like a roaming profile or something like that, that'll be a little bit different. But we're specifically going to be looking at the public profile today. When a new user is created, the default profile is used. This profile is changed as you install things on it. So as I add new programs to my hard drive here, I'll have access to them. If it's done in the public profile, everybody will have access to it. That's why it's really important to know where you're installing applications. Okay, you can copy and configure an existing profile by using something called sysprep, and that's something, if you haven't got to mess with it yet, you might start doing some investigating and learning about it. It's a really cool tool. By adding contents to the public profile, you add the content to all users, because the public profile is merged with all of those users. So think about it as this is that gigantic file that everybody gets to go put their fingers in, or it's the refrigerator where everybody dumps their stuff. This isn't a personal refrigerator you have in your office. Okay, you'll learn how to modify the public profile today and see how it affects all of the users on your computer. This is pretty easy. We're going to click Start. Then we're going to go to Computer, and now we're going to be expanding these things, and depending how you have your folder set up, there would be a pane here that you could open things in. I don't personally enjoy that, so I have mine all opening in their own page. So I'm clicking on Windows, my computer. Then we're going to come over to here to Users, Public. Then we want the public documents, because what we're going to do is we are going to mess with Notepad. We could select one of these and do something with it, but something that's a lot easier and a lot more noticeable is that we are going to tell it something new. You're going to come out here to this blank space. You're going to right click. We want a new, and come all the way up to shortcut. Now what shortcut, what are we going to call this? Okay, or where are we going to get this, sorry. We are going to get this in Windows, and you can see it's trying to give me ideas of what I want, and I'm saying, no, I don't want that. We want Notepad. Now I just push the little down arrow and you can skip right through, and it even is going to give you a suggestion for a name now. And is Notepad okay? Notepad is great. So we're going to finish. Alright. So here's our little shortcut. We are going to right click it, and we are going to cut it. Years and years ago I did not know what cut was, and some of you might not know. What it's saying is that this is a way to move the shortcut to somewhere else. You actually cut it out of the page, and now we're going to glue it somewhere else. And we have it cut, and then we're going to come down here to this little nice page again. And again, you'll see I'm a very slow typist. Oops. I did the wrong spot. So we're going to come down here and try that again. C. Users. Public. Dash. Desktop. That means we're going to be pasting something to our desktop. And we've hit that. Okay. Here is the desktop, what all shortcuts are on the desktop. We are going to paste. It says, are you an administrator? And I'm saying, yeah. So, there is our notepad shortcut. So we're going to test it. Did it actually work? Double click. Wow, there's notepad. So now we're going to close all these little billion things I have open. It's just the one bad thing about it is that you do have a ton of things to close. Hey, there is Notepad. We've created a shortcut. A couple of interesting things I would like to share with you before I finish up with this little presentation is that the default profile should be configured as part of preparing a system image. If you're going to do a distribution share, okay, it's one of the easiest ways to control what people get. If you use Windows Explorer to copy a profile, the security permissions are going to be incorrect, and the user will experience errors. That's why you have to use sysprep. You can't use Explorer. You used to be able also to copy using the user's profile applets from advanced system settings, but in Windows 7 this is not supported, so don't try it, because again your permissions and your folders can be messed up. There are several types of profiles I talked about before. There's default. Okay, that's if you're making a profile for a specific person. That's the one that when you're creating a network or when you're creating some sort of an image for distribution to a variety of users, you want to have that one be set up the way you want everyone to get permissions. There's mandatory, which is a little different. There's roaming. That is one where you can move from computer to computer. It's pretty good. And then there is the public one. Profiles are something that are very interesting, and there's a lot of different ways to learn about them. I would suggest if you're interested, go out and learn about them. They're pretty cool. Thanks. Good day.